About a half hour ago, President Trump wrapped up his State of the Union address.
NBC's Alice Barr now joins us live from Washington, D.C. with highlights from the speech and reaction. Alice, good evening.
Good evening. President Trump covered a lot of ground in what is now the longest ever State of the Union address, taking the moment what polls show his approval rating dropping to directly address Americans and try to reset some minds on his signature policies, especially important heading into this year's midterm elections.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
President Trump in his State of the Union selling the country on his vision of success.
Our nation is back. Bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before.
The speech coming as new polling shows a majority of Americans disapprove of his handling of the economy, frustrated by high prices.
My administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest level in more than 5 years.
The president venting his own frustrations at Supreme Court justices watching on over their recent rulings striking down most of his global tariffs.
I used these tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well.
President Trump highlighting his other signature issue, immigration.
We now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by far.
That amid nationwide protests over immigration enforcement. Dozens of Democratic lawmakers boycotting the address, many joining a protest rally instead.
It's pretty incredible to see really the damage that can be done by a leader like Donald Trump.
The gold medal U.S. men's hockey team making an appearance. A night of celebration and opposition as President Trump makes his case to the nation. And Abigail Spanberger, the newly elected governor of Virginia, gave the Democrats' response tonight with a focus on affordability. She zeroed in on housing, health care, energy, and groceries, arguing President Trump is not doing enough to help everyday Americans. Also speaking about immigration and what Americans are seeing on the streets of their communities, highlighting how many of them are pushing back. Russ and Lena.
Alice Barr in Washington. Thank you. Democratic Congresswoman Shontel Brown was among those Democrats who did not attend the State of the Union address. She says her decision came after hearing from more than 2,500 constituents who urged her to skip it. Brown instead was a guest on an internet program focusing on health care, SNAP benefits, and other issues.